Hello or aloha. Welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. We're going to look at Hawaii's primary on August 8th. Um, that actually, I'm be honest, I've never worked Hawaii. I've definitely worked races and on islands before I started working in politics on Guam. Uh, but I've never worked Hawaii, so I was really interested to kind of look at what the two congressional districts look like, because I mean I've never really had a chance to really look at it or a real reason to. So this has been a real interesting journey for everybody. So this is almost what the district looks like. It actually goes much further. These are the bigger islands, the ones that you always see on the map. And it's uh, you basically have two districts. One that's here. I'm gonna go in a little. Yeah. So here's one that's the and then two is the other 2/3 of this island, right? So so you've got about 780,000 people that are down the bottom part, and then the rest of that plus here, I'm going to go out. All of these other islands, they go all the way out, right? I only showed you this little bit there at the beginning, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what we're talking about here. So this is just a fascinating uh, district to look at. So, like I said, they got two congressional. You got the Big Island, and then you've got your smaller islands, and there are some red parts. That's where I imagine the uber wealthy live, but mostly it's just locals, and and it's uh it's just fascinating to me. There is one island that's out there that's completely red, and I'm not sure, there can't be, but very few people. I tried to do a population check, and I couldn't come up with anything that would let me know what the uh, population really looks like. But there's just can't be that many people. I mean, you understand they have Oahu, and then you've got the Big Island and everything else. Um, and to make up the other half of the other congressional district, which basically tells me that there can't be more than 20,000 people on this island. So I imagine it's a bunch of private resorts, houses of uber wealthy people that would vote Republican. I mean, yeah, it's insane. Anyway, Hawaii's weird. I loved it. It's fascinating. Um there's almost nothing to report here except for, wow, it's probably the largest congressional district by landmass because of the amount of water. Anyway, like and subscribe. You know, this has been really a fun one for me to do. So District 1 is Honolulu. Ed Case is the incumbent, but it looks like Jarrett. Okay, I actually practiced this. Kiokolohi? Kolo? Ah, Kiokolo. Okay, I'm trying. I apologize, Jarrett. Um, but he's raising money, obviously, based on the last name. He's a local. And he's running for Congress. Good job, man. You're raising money, and your opponent, Ed Case, is $600,000, which is a lot of money. But you're sitting at 172, and you obviously threw your own cash in 21,000. That's solid. So go, Jarrett. I like a solid contested primary when there's no hope for a Republican, and that's what we're looking at here. Now, District 2 literally goes out. I mean, and anyone who's flown between the islands, and I have, knows that I mean, that blue dot way over there in that corner, that's also part of the district. So Joe Chakota is the representative here, and Uh, she does have a Republican opponent, Brenton Awa. No finance report on that. These are two very, very safe Democratic seats. They're not going anywhere, especially this cycle. But wow, what a congressional district. She's got the Big Island. She's got everything but I think a third of the capital island, and then just all these little islands going all the way up. Absolutely amazing. I sent this picture to a friend of mine who also works in campaigns, and he was like, they don't need a car, they need a boat to run that race. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty wild. Um, and I don't know much about Jill Takunda because I just haven't had. I mean, most of my work is stateside, of course, because I'm looking at this, the edge of the spear, looking at Democrat and Republican races that are doing this. But I like to think that she gets a chance to go to all the islands and meet all the people. I mean, I just see, why wouldn't you, right? I mean, if you had the opportunity, I'd absolutely do that. So just fascinating district. Anyway, this was a weird one, but I wanted to be. I'm doing all the states, and I wanted to make sure I got Hawaii in. Love it. Loved. My grandparents used to live there, and I visited there many times, but I got to spend some real time there when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. And I've had many a layover in Hawaii because I lived, on Guam for 15 years. So that's how you get to Guam. You go through Hawaii. In fact, people always ask, where's Guam? I'm like, well, you fly to Hawaii, which is like 7 hours. And then you fly for another 8.5 hours, and that gets you to Guam. So that's how far out that is. So love islands, love island politics. It's absolutely the most interesting work I probably have done in my life. And yeah, amazing. So cool. This was a fun one for me. This was a personal check off the list. So hope everyone has a great day. This one's gonna come out maybe the couple days before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.